So welcome back to part 2 of organizing my stationery. In this video, I'm going to be focusing on swatching my markers and figuring out which ones still work and don't, and then also organizing my washi tapes. So first, I honestly just dumped everything out of the containers that I had put them in. They've been disorganized for a while, and I cleaned out the little containers too. And then I first went in with my Tombow dual brush pens and went in and swatched all of them. So that means trying each marker individually to see if they still work, if it's something I want to keep or get rid of, or something I might actually need to replace. I've collected a bunch of markers in the last couple of years between buying new ones, like all these Tombows I bought since I started bullet journaling. But those Crayola dual tips, those are from my sister. I have a lot of pens that I've accumulated just over time. And yeah, so I just need to go through to see what still works and what doesn't between all of the markers and pens and so on. Overall though, my Tombows are still all good. I've only had to replace a couple of them just because they ran out. I went ahead and tested my zebra midliners. These were actually given to me by my friend when she went to Japan, and she asked me did I want anything while she was on her trip, and I said stationery. So she actually got me that set of midliners as well as a couple washi tapes. Next, I swatched my Archer and Olive acrylograph pens, and honestly, I hate these pens. I know that there's like a process to it that you need to shake them, make sure the ink is flowing, and then start using them, but I feel like they skip a lot. They dry out easily. I don't know. I'm doing something wrong. There's probably user error for sure, but I don't know, I just don't enjoy using these because they're so annoying to use. Initially, I had only bought like a goldenrod and a silver gray color, and then I think Amanda Rachel Lee came out with a collab and it came in this really cute tin, and I was like, well, I like all the colors. I like this tin. Obviously, I like Amanda Rachel Lee and Archer and Olive, so I purchased it. And while yes, the colors are great, I just find the pens themselves annoying to use. Oh, and here's my sister randomly coming in to test a marker as well. But in general, you can see that I'm having a hard time, and I actually did get rid of a few that I feel like have just dried up, and I didn't really want to spend the effort to revive them. I'm kind of annoyed at myself for falling into this trend and buying them. I usually try not to for this reason, because I know you wait a while, see what people say, and then decide to buy them. But I thought they would be easier to use, and apparently not. So I got rid of a few, but I'm also keeping a handful, and then going through some other markers, again, provided by my sister, because between her, my mom, and myself, we have a whole art store. So a lot of things have just been accumulated from what I have around the house. So after swatching all of these markers, I went in and decided which markers I wanted to put together into each of the containers. So I put like my acrylographs with these metallic markers. I have a bunch of Tombows, so they can pretty much all stay together in one container and mostly organized by sets. I don't really find it useful to organize by color because generally I'm looking for a type of marker when I'm searching for something, so I just find it easier to keep them together as the similar types. And after separating and putting them all into the containers, this is what my markers and pens look like. These are primarily markers. Next, I had a few of these baskets that I was originally going to put on to my IKEA bulletin board. I bought these off of Amazon. They said they were compatible with the Scottis, I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, with that whole system, but I didn't really like the way they looked. These were a very cool white. I was like, oh, I'll just like paint them, and I never got around to it, and I decided these were really bulky. My mom actually took them and used it for some of her art supplies in her craft corner. And then these baskets also just became an excuse to dump random stuff in here. So going in and taking out a bunch of things, you'll see like there's like a car part in here, coasters, a bunch of stationery, and random stuff. And I had also started just dumping all of my washi tapes in there, and it was really annoying to try to find something. It's actually really satisfying dumping all of these out and then organizing them by color. In contrast from my markers, I am usually looking for colors, not a specific type of washi tape. So it's helpful for me to keep all like the blues and greens together, pinks and reds, blacks and whites and neutrals and so on. So I found that actually more useful for my washi tapes. And you'll see they look all nice and organized together in categories. It's very satisfying. I have a couple outliers because they're like rainbow or just something totally random. And then I got these trays that come as part of the IKEA system. I actually measured my washi tape and compared it to the measurements of this tray, and I could actually fit 2 rolls of standard sized washi tapes. I think they're usually 5 millimeters wide. I think I tried to do an estimation of how many I could fit, and I think I could fit all my washi tapes on like 3 or 4 trays. And I had, at the time that I set this up, I had about 90 to 100 washi tapes. I have acquired some more since then. I have finished a couple too, so that is like super satisfying. So I bought 5 of these trays, and they actually, all my washi tapes fit on all 5 trays now. And then for this first one, I was going with my blacks, browns, and my metallics here. You'll see some that do have a couple different colors, but because I felt like the brown was the primary color of that washi tape, I decided to put it in here. They come with these hooks already on it, and so you just put them on, and they're really easy to take off and actually have on your desk. That's something I've started to do moving forward, just so it's really easy to find the color that I'm looking for and put it back at the same time, and then I can just simply slot the shelf back in. And this is what it looks like put together. It's really satisfying. They're actually pretty easy to take out and put in. And these are all of my trays organized by color. And these are what the trays look like when I put them onto the actual bulletin board. And that is pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below and subscribe for more. Thanks. Bye.